Okay, Reggie, before we get into today's section, is there anything that you want to speak on or talk about before we get going?
Oh man, this was a week, right, y'all? Uh Condolences to the people that lost their lives in a tragic airline collision. Oh, man, I'm not here for all y'all conspiracy, so y'all can keep it. It was an accident, and it's a sad situation, especially anyone. I want to talk about the young figure spe- figure skaters, but everybody's on there that lost their lives. It's a tragedy, tragic, and even the helicopter pilots, even for them and their families. So rest in peace to them, and condolences and prayers to them. My boy Eric Mitchell, dude, that's a good friend of mine. He lost a lady just right about an hour before I started taping today. Sunday, he had just found out that a lady that raised him that was like his mother passed away suddenly. And so I want y'all to send out condolences and prayers to my boy Eric Mitchell. Man, I know last week I had told y'all that I had a book coming out called Label of a Boss. That's funny, huh? Confessions of a Label Boss. Okay. Y'all know y'all boy don't have anything to do with titles, but anyway, it's a book. And it's done by me. I'm talking with her, going back and just explaining things and the pitfalls that I learned from different executives, mainly Suge Knight in the record business. And so any of y'all can go out there and just support me, help me get ready. So when I write that book, my Reggie Wright tell-all book, then I'll have a great track record. So any of y'all can go out and help me purchase that, because I have had a few music executives that call me, and they might try to do me like they did the people that wrote Kim Porter book and pull it down. And they said, I'm giving up too much game. That was the hype question I'm supposed to say, just to get y'all to run out and buy it. But anyway, if y'all can go on Amazon, I know there was a few problems last week with the pre-orders, but they got it all worked out, and it's ready to ship now, and it came out officially for the day of February the 1st. So, also, for those, John going to have some in stock in about a week. For those of y'all, I know a lot of y'all don't, most of y'all don't, I wouldn't want one. But there's a couple of y'all that like autograph books and stuff like that. If y'all want one, Bomb First will be selling them over here, and I promise y'all, I'll sign them on air. On air, where you can have some authentication, and I'll sign it, address it to you, and I'll talk about it on one of our episodes before. It's going to be a little pricey. If y'all want that, y'all can get that done. And I can't say the price yet, but it's going to be under $100. I'll just say that for the book and my signature and me authenticating it for you. Okay. Aquarius, I know I promised to shout out some of you guys Aquarius birthdays, but man, I just did this long introduction because a lot of things that happened this week with, the things that's been going on this week. Black History Month, want to shout that out, and because our boy Donald Trump said he's going to end Black History Month. He's trying to, but so as long as we got it, I'm still going to acknowledge the Black History Month. So make sure y'all try to educate something once a day about Black history. Next week, I'm going to have, before each segment, I'm going to have a fun fact about some Black history. Try to tell something. And sorry for the long introduction, John. But I think that's about it. Aquarius gang, shout out to you guys once again.
You know, Reggie, ever since this Diddy story broke and we've been covering it ongoing, it reminds me how important it is to have a good lawyer on your team. An injury could bring you millions and change your life forever, but you have to have the right team on your side. That's why I'm proud to present Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They have over 1,000 attorneys working in all 50 states, so when you're seriously injured, your injury could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan don't just settle for the lowball offers. They fight for every dollar you deserve if you become their client. They just recently achieved some significant verdicts for their clients. $12 million in Florida, which is 34 times the highest insurance offer, and $26 million in Philadelphia, which was 40 times the highest insurance offer. With Morgan & Morgan, there's no upfront cost, and the fee is actually free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case, and you can do so from the comfort of your home. If you've ever been seriously injured, your case could be worth millions, and you're only a few clicks away from potentially changing your life. It's easy to start your claim now. You can go to forthepeople.com/bomb or scan the QR code in the corner with your phone's camera. Okay, I wanted to start off by getting your thoughts on Big Meech's relationship with Rick Ross. Have you seen that, and do you have any thoughts?
When I first saw that, and then I saw how they were doing the benefit concert, and Rick Ross and Big Meech was taking pictures with Rick Ross, and so I knew about the BMF series, right? And so I was like, damn, I know 50, because 50 is more vindictive than Reggie motherfucking Wright, right? More. 10 times. Y'all know I kind of like 50. Y'all know I'm always talking about, damn, that damn 50 is funny and creative and all of that. And so I was like, damn, I wonder how 50 is really feeling about Big Meech and him taking pictures and hanging out with Rick Ross. But I'm one of those that, y'all know how y'all get mad at me for, being cool with Whack 100 and stuff like that. So I understand that people be like, how you fuck with that nigga? How you fuck with that nigga? I hear y'all. Don't agree with it. Because I believe on whoever treats you with respect and treat you cool, then you fuck with. Now, you can't be no molester or no racist or something like that, and then you give them a pass and all that, But there's people with issues and stuff like that most people won't agree with that I'll mess with. I don't like the agenda that Donald Trump be pushing, but I think I can fuck with Donald Trump. Kobe motherfucking Bryant is my favorite basketball player. Favorite of all times. Over Michael Jordan. But I don't think I would want to hang out with Kobe. So I'm one of those that's conflicted that way. I know a lot of y'all don't understand it because y'all tear me up in the comment sections about calling somebody their homeboy or a friend. I get it weekly, right? So I was like, damn, somebody hit me up and was like, man, why you think 50, how are you going to feel about Big Meech hanging out with Rick? I was like, shit, man, if I was Meech, I'd be like, nigga, you can't tell me who the fuck to hang out with. And just like I can't tell you who the fuck to hang out with, But then I started thinking about it. I was saying, but 50 is different. 50 is very, very motherfucking vindictive. And so I woke up this morning and I saw this tweet by 50 Cent. All right. Do y'all know who that lady is? Who he asked about? I think the tweet was something like, the tweet read something like, who is Tammy Crowens? Who is Tammy Crowens? A lot of y'all don't know who Tammy Crowens is. Am I saying the name right? Yeah, Tammy. I thought it was Tanya, but it's Tammy. Tammy is the young lady that's been accused of always cooperating with the government to help Big Meech get out of his situation or lessen his situation. Because a lot of y'all say, how can a motherfucker do 30 years, 20 years, and then y'all still saying he snitched? Well, because he didn't get 50 motherfucking years. That's how that happens. And so that is who a lot of the co-defendants on Big Meech's case is accusing. I'm not saying it's true or not because I don't know. Accusing Big Meech of using to give to the government to lighten his sentence and to recently help him get 32 months off. I don't believe that. I believe that was just great lawyering. But a lot of people believe that, right? So there's been some people, some audios and some tapes of people calling from home and saying, yeah, Tammy is Big Meech girl and she the one did some snitching and help him and all of that. So that's out there. Y'all go research that on your own. But now motherfucking 50 Cent post that tweet asking about that, talking about he gonna do a documentary on that, explaining that. Man, how quick the tables turn. What happened between 50 and Big Meech, y'all, in that short length of time? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see, y'all. I just don't know what could have happened between those two brothers other than Big Meech electing to hang out with Rick Ross. But Big Meech is smarter. That's a street nigga. So he knew how that was going to affect it. I wonder what happened. But I'm kind of mad. I'm hoping they don't end the BMF series behind this, because I tell y'all, you know, I can't think of one show that 50 has put out that I didn't like. I even liked that show that was on ABC. I think The Life or that story about that came on for a little time. I forget the name of it. But shit, I was loving that. I hate that didn't get continued. But that's all will be my take from it. It's going to be interesting to see. I hope it wasn't just a business decision on Bitch Meek to alienate 50 behind some money or whatever. Or I hope 50 wasn't cheating, cheating on Meech and his brother and everybody out of money to where they feel that they owe stuff. But unfortunately, people always think there's more money generated and more money is owed to them than what really is. And so that's going to be interesting, y'all, to see how it plays out. And so that would be my take from that post. But he says he's doing a documentary explaining that. You don't explain her, bring her up without calling Big Meech a snitch. But lastly, your boy is still distraught about, don't know what the Lakers are doing. I am so pissed at the Lakers right now. You don't give up a big man for a guard. I just don't understand his AD. Luka trade. But I guess a 25-year-old for a 31-year-old, who knows? Lastly but not least, Super Bowl week, y'all. Who y'all got? Are y'all going for history? Are y'all going for Philly? This is one of those games where I'm just betting on numbers and players, and because I can give a fuck who wins. I won't keep it real. I wouldn't mind seeing KC win, because I like to see someone win 3 Super Bowls in a row, a three-peat. But then I like those brothers over there in Philly, so I wouldn't mind seeing them win. So Philly, KC, this week, y'all tell me who y'all rooting for. Peace bomb first.
Okay. I wanted to get your thoughts on this. So Edie on his YouTube channel did a video titled Tupac and Quincy Jones Career-Changing Meeting with Big Plans. Now, when I asked you about this originally, I had stated that Edie said that Tupac was not going to do the Death Row thing anymore. In his latest video, he did clear up the Machiavelli records distributed through Death Row thing, but he mentioned that he was misquoted. So I wanted to read exactly what his quote was.
Now, we ain't going to read exactly what he said. We're going to play exactly what he said.
Maybe I'll get into some of that, man. It'll be quite interesting, I'm sure, for a lot of you to hear some of his plans that he had planned for Quincy Jones and that eventual connection. I will say this though, it didn't involve Death Row. Not at all. It did not involve Death Row. Tupac absolutely stated that Suge would always be his homeboy. He would always have love for Suge. You know, Suge might even still play a role as far as in management, but Death Row as a label, nah, that was over.
So I wanted to see if you saw his response, Reggie, technically to your response, and if you had any thoughts about the clarity that he made in that video.
And I'm being misquoted in a lot of different ways. One particular way is that I said that Tupac was leaving Death Row. I want to be clear. I never said that. You can go back to the video and listen to it. And if you listen to it and listen to it clearly, you will hear I never said that. You won't hear me say Tupac left Death Row because Pac's plan was to do a Wu-Tang type situation with us, where Young Noble had a solo deal over at Q West. The Outlaws would be put out via Machiavelli Records, which was going to be distributed by Death Row Records.
Yeah, well, if you listen to it and you heard it, that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. Okay, but hey, maybe he was being vague. Maybe he was doing what Reggie Wright does when you kind of do stuff for cliffhangers, because he did end it that way, right? But hey, man, shout out to Edie and his TV channel. Me and John are very, very much, and Bomb First is very, very much supporters of what Edie is doing over there. If y'all don't know, me and John been trying to direct y'all over there. We done did about 2 or 3 videos saying, hey, for Tupac stories and the stories behind the music and stuff like that, y'all need to go over to Edie's channel and listen, because he's doing a great job of telling behind the scenes stories. Now, so that's all I was just saying when I say that there was things that was going on, because he's right. He said in his response video to me that Reggie, wasn't privy to the conversations that him and Tupac and them was having. 100% right. But he wasn't privy to conversations that I was overhearing Suge and Tupac have, i.e. them negotiating a deal for Machiavelli Records, who I can tell y'all amounts that they were talking about for his label and how much he was going to be getting monthly and all of that. And he kind of talked about that, if y'all really listen. Me and Edie has not spoken since we did the live stream with John and myself about, maybe at least 5 or 6 years ago. But I have texted him a couple of times, especially I do remember the time when after he had his heart attack situation, to tell him I was praying for him and wish him a speedy recovery. And I texted him saying that. I don't even remember if he responded or not, so I don't know if he got it or not. But other than that, Edie and I haven't had any conversations. But I'm always has been supportive of what Edie is doing as a channel. And even John has reached out to him and was going to try to do some interviews with him a couple of times. And I don't know what happened. We didn't, the schedules just didn't come up. And so we have been a supportive of what Edie does over here at Bomb First. So all of y'all that's over there that's saying, well, he's changing his tune, he's doing this, Reggie must have called him and making it. No, it's just that these niggas are the truth. Y'all get all this information from motherfuckers that had nothing to do with Tupac's life, such as I'm not going to call people by disrespectful names, but Del Rey today, RJ and J Mix used to put out, and who else? And Yasmin, the one time that she kind of said something, because that me and David was fired because of a letter. Okay, if we got that letter, right? That email. Because Suge and Tupac was probably arguing and spatting over something. But that don't explain why I'm still with him. I can't understand how y'all that keep pushing, oh, he fired Reggie. I still to this day don't understand. I done showed y'all about 5 times what guys that work for Right Way Protective Services, not Frank, like you say, oh, well, he was going to just have Frank go work for him. Frank wasn't even working. Frank first day back for over a month and a half, or at least from the day of the House of Blue concert. So when was that? July 3rd, July the 4th, was with him the day that he got shot. That was his first day back, seeing Tupac, talking to Tupac. So what was that, September the 6th, September the 7th? His first time talking to Tupac. So, I don't know. It just bothers me that y'all let people go and just create stuff and tell stuff because they're trying to build up their documentaries or their YouTube channel from what their opinions, from what they read. Me, on Suge Knight's side, Edie, Napoleon, even Noble, Castro, and all of them. Not even Fatal. Fatal wasn't even around Tupac in those last days, except for that time, in the day of the incident at the MTV Awards. But those guys like that, even Yasmin, those are the people that knew what was going around in that last month of Tupac's life and what was going on and what was being said. Now, I know some stuff, but all I'm here to say is Edie confirmed what I've been saying the whole motherfucking time. Is that Suge was setting a distribution. He was trying to have as a distribution label himself, not through Interscope, but he was going to be putting out and was getting a label where he can go to different companies as a distributor, not the deal that he had with Interscope and MC8 at the time, or Universal Music Group, y'all know as now. He was having MC Hammer set up something called Hammer Time Record. Snoop Dogg, Doghouse Records. He had Tupac, Machiavelli Records. He had Eric B. and this dude named Big D was going to be running and doing something for Death Row East, not no Tupac Shakur. It was going to be Suge Knight's, but it was going to be but Eric B. and Big D was going to be running Death Row East because they had relationships on the East Coast. And that was mainly because, if y'all want to keep it real, because that's what Def Jam was starting to talk about, that Def Jam West. Y'all want to keep it real. That's where they was biting off of. That's where they was getting back at. And plus the fact that Tupac was alienating the East Coast, and he was smart enough to realize, wait a minute, we don't need a whole war with the East Coast. It's just certain motherfuckers from the East Coast that I got a problem with. So y'all stop chiming in with a motherfucking opinion. That's his words in the song. So, yeah, Edie's right. And then Pac was going to do something with Quest and Quincy Jones and all of that. That wasn't no secret. Y'all try to act like Suge didn't know about that, or he was going to do something with them. What, I don't know. But Pac wasn't going over there as no label, as no artist. Quincy Jones' deal was with Time Warner at the time, Warner Brothers. Y'all go and research the history of how Warner Brothers was feeling about rap music in 1996. Y'all go research and learn. And stop listening to motherfuckers on YouTube that don't know what they're talking about. That's putting this stuff in your head. But what Edie said, I have no offense. I take no offense to anything he said in that in that video, if you really listen to what he's saying, that yeah, he had a deal with or going to have a deal with Quincy on some separate shit. Young Noble, I guess he was going to have Young Noble as a clean artist or something. I don't know. But he was still fucking with Suge with Machiavelli Records. Y'all look at the chart that John always referred to, that he found at the exhibit and all of that. So that would be my response. For those of y'all that are trying to cause beef between Bomb First and Edie, it's not going to happen. I think he did a great job of cleaning it up as much as he knew. And the only reason I respond and got that response was because I knew of the difference between Machiavelli and the Quest situation. Now, as far as Tupac, him saying that Tupac wasn't going to be rapping that much and he was going to have, that he felt the two disc, the double disc was two albums and all of that. I mean, nobody was even thinking of that. That was the first time a double album for rap was being done. Y'all done heard of rap, double CDs being done now and all that, but it was very, 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 very rare prior to 1996 that anybody did double. I'm not saying that they wasn't done, but it was very rare. And nobody has ever thought, Suge Knight definitely ain't never thought that was going to be counted as a double album. The shit about Machiavelli, we all know that was just something for the streets. That was going to be a mixtape. So to say that Tupac was, and then he was going to just give them One Nation, well, no. They were working out a deal. They were in negotiation. I would get anyone that knows, I don't know who could knows, can't wait till the goddamn Suge Knight get off of that, wanting to talk about hip hop and all of that, and answer the questions that needs to be answered. But why was Suge was offering him $75,000 a month for Machiavelli Records? Why, if they wasn't going to continue to be doing business? They were in the process of doing that contract. Doghouse, Snoop could tell it. His was $50,000 a month for Doghouse Records. I don't know what Hammer's was going to be, but y'all done heard Nusso talking about he was going to be on the label. Y'all done heard that many a times on Hammer Time Records and all of that. But hey, and y'all done heard the stories about Death Row East. Death Row East was something new. It never really got off the ground, so I'll admit that. All they probably did and had done was a thought and some T-shirts and a sign. That was probably the most that was done for Death Row East. I will agree. I will acknowledge that. But I don't know, y'all. It's kind of getting crazy to repeat, because who knows? But Tupac did talk about, man, if y'all want to keep it real, and I can't wait till Suge start talking about this shit and answer the real questions. Tupac didn't even, when he was in fucking prison, he didn't even want to, he was talking about coming home, not even rapping no more until him and Suge started talking. He was giving up the motherfucking music business and all that. And so I remember Suge was saying, like, why people keep saying that and all of that? He said, shit, Pac wasn't even think. So all these people that talking about they gonna come bail him out, like Jay Prince and this person and that, I done even heard I done heard so many people say they gonna bail him out and all that. He said Tupac was talking about not even rapping when he was in prison. That he was giving up rap. He was mad at the world that why he was in prison for that. Couldn't believe that black folks had did him the way that they did. But it's Suge's story to tell, because that was conversations between him and Tupac. But yeah, that would be my take, John. I know you may have some follow-up things because you study this stuff more deeply. And so I'll appreciate anything that I miss if you'll ask me about Jay.
Yeah, the only thing, just because people in the comments were saying, Snoop was going to do Doggy Style Records, not Doghouse. But
You're right.
Yeah, I know that's just a simple thing. But one thing Edie did talk about was he talked about a story when you brought some publishing contracts over to the Outlaws, and he thought that it was very stand-up of you that you told them when you gave them the contracts, hey, you don't have to sign these. I'm just presenting these to you. Do you remember that incident?
Man, I wish people would tell more stories like that of how Reggie was back in the 90s. Reggie was always the voice of reason, to be like, hey, man, this is what I'm supposed to be giving y'all. This is what, we doing. But your residency at this house, or you ain't going to get kicked off if you ain't going to sign this stuff. This is just what I'm told to present to y'all. If y'all want to do it, y'all can do it. If y'all don't, y'all don't. One thing that I knew about them is Pac had always taught them never to sign over any of their publishing and their music publishing or anything that to anybody, unless it was a big, big advance. The reason why we were trying to do it, because we knew of all the songs that he had. Now, I hope y'all don't get stuff confused or mixed up, because I know I got stories out there where I told y'all I took the agreements to them and they signed. It's two different times, y'all. Y'all got to understand this was two different time periods with the Outlaws. A lot of this stuff happened in 97, 98. No, I'm sorry, 97. Well, yeah, maybe some of 98. Before we decided to do the Still I Rise album in 99. And so we did. We had them to leave the house and all of that. I did say they were nasty. They were young. It was 4 or 5 guys staying in a nice house and young. Of course, some people not going to be as clean as you will when you stand with mama and all of that. And you're a little older or whatever. Or if it's just you and your family. So, yeah, I made those statements about them. Mutal laughed when he heard about it. Somebody asked him about it, and he agreed to it. But that's not going to let us... We're not going to get distracted. Because I know that's all y'all can go back and tell. I seen in some of the comments sections about Edie. Reggie said y'all were nasty. Huh? Why you defending him? He defended me because it's the truth. But, yes, that happened. And yes, we did sign them to a deal later on in 99 once we made an agreement with the estate for Still I Rise to come out. Suge was adamant. Told him that album ain't coming out unless they're signed to Death Row, meaning the Outlaws. And that's when they signed. I don't know if they knew the politics behind it between Death Row, Amaru, and Interscope. I don't know how that went down, but I know I gave them the contracts when they came in with Big G, Edie's cousin, I believe it was. Cool dude. Like I said, once again, I said before, haven't talked to Big G, but shout out Big G. He really looked out. He really helped a lot of the transitions between us and the Outlaws go smooth, or at least myself and the Outlaws. But hey, y'all remember? I'm just the janitor. The janitor doing all of that shit, right? I love when stuff like this get validated. Because that janitor was a bad motherfucker, wasn't he? Peace.
Hey Reggie, I saw this video of Dre, and I want to play it for you, and because I have an idea what he's talking about, but I want to just play it for you and get your take, and get your opinion on what you think he's alluding to in this video. So I'll go ahead and play that now.
Okay. Yeah, y'all. Now y'all know why, Suge Knight is always, people always like, why he needed just to move on? He just needed to move on. Suge always taking shots at Dre and them, and they ain't thinking about him. He said, the jail and they billionaires. I keep telling y'all, if money is what make y'all happy, then y'all need to get a new life anyway. Because money helps, things go away, but that ain't all what's your happiness. That ain't family and God and being loved by friends and all of that is what's supposed to be first. And health. Trust me, Reggie Wright can tell y'all better than anybody. And good health is one of the things that you're supposed to wake up and thank God for and motivate him. Or motivate you. But interviews like this, where he don't say his name, if y'all really listen and know the whole history, y'all know who the fuck Dr. Dre is talking about, right? He's talking about Suge Knight. Suge Knight is just a straightforward dude. He just called names and stuff. Bitch niggas like that, they throw innuendos around and won't call names. So, me just hearing that interview for the first time and all that, just to show me and make me go and say, damn, why don't people understand why Suge be tapping at Snoop or Dre or Harry-O or Jimmy and all that? Why do it always seem like he's coming off as the hater or whatever? Because he catch shit like that. He knows these motherfuckers and how they be talking and talking in codes and all of that shit. And so, yeah, that's what I would take from an interview. Hearing that, John, is just that's just old niggas' way of throwing jabs at you and all of that. And hey, money's a big thing. Money takes a lot of pressure off of life. But if y'all learn anything from an old, fat, almost 60-year-old man that done had money, that not had money, and then had health, and then had not good health, that have loved the Lord dearly and was questioning a lot of things that God has done, has had disagreements with his family, but knows his family is after God is first. If y'all can't learn anything from Reggie motherfucking Wright, then learn that money's not everything. And that's all that Dr. Dre can point to Suge Knight and say he got over him. Is money and, well, I guess freedom. But you know what? Some people that's in prison are happier than some of you motherfuckers out here on the streets. So y'all think about that.
Okay, as you predicted, in the Diddy situation, he did get superseding indictments. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it and your reaction to seeing not only that it happened, but also what they're charging him with, and see if you think it's a good move, bad move, or what your thoughts are.
Oh, it's coming, and more is coming. I told y'all before when they started putting no dates up of, the prosecution wanted February the 17th, which I think I haven't even heard the judge ruled yet, so it must be still that February the 17th. But the defense wanted February the 1st. I said, man, all that's going to do is going to make those motherfuckers file some more charges real quick. And, of course, January 31st, what they do, they file 2 more victims. It added to the indictment. I'm still one of those who would be like, damn, y'all. Damn, y'all. When are we going to hear about more druggy and more little boys and more underage people? Because, y'all boy having problems with the young ladies, the sex workers and or girlfriends and all of that that's coming out hollering at their victims now. If I'm keeping it real, y'all, I'm having a problem with this. Now, when you show me somebody that was drugged, like the allegations are, or underage, then I'll be back crucifying him like I was back in October and September and all of that. But when they just showing me young ladies that were in relationships that kept going back for gifts, and, you know, even if they were done wrong, you know, I hear his assistant right now that filed a civil lawsuit against me is saying how he made me have sex with a girl to prove his loyalty. He made you have sex with that girl because heard you was a homosexual and you kept saying you wasn't. Is why he made you have sex with that girl. But Hallie said she left, but then she came back around. If my daughter come calling me, my daughter has called me, y'all, to be honest, I'm keeping it real, and told me that she was arguing with her baby daddy and doing all that. Y'all think y'all know me, but y'all don't. I brought 2 or 3 niggas from Grape Street over there with me and went to their apartment, and they were about to pull his pants down and do something bad to him, right? But guess who started hollering? No, daddy, no, daddy, don't do that to him. You do that to me one time. One time. Now I can't trust you no more. So my whole point to telling that story is, when something like that happens to you, and then you leave and get away and all of that, and you go back to that situation, and you keep going back, that shit's on you. And that's how I'm starting to look at a lot of these victims, y'all. Now, if I'm in a hide and run straight to the police, even if I don't go to the police immediately, because I know how a lot of y'all brainwashed that the police is bad or you're not supposed to go to the police and all of that. So I get it. All right, I'll live into 2024. I'll live how y'all live and think, right? But I know not to go back, not to keep going back, because you got a Louis Vuitton purse waiting for me, or you got this waiting for me and all of that, then I am how you treated me. I'm a whore. Now, the Cassie thing, I know last week I said she was mentally, and so I get it, that how sometimes you can get mentally fucked up in the head and believe that's what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to be, or he don't mean no harm, he didn't mean to do it, he not gonna do it to me no more and all of that. But all right, you may get a chance one time to give him a chance and to give him a break. But when it keeps going on, y'all, it keeps going on. I got a problem with y'all. And I think y'all gonna have a problem with this once y'all hear this. And unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to watch it like we've been watching. Man, ASAP, Rocky, y'all see that bullshit and all that stuff that was going on in Atlanta and the OJ case. We ain't gonna get to see that because it's a federal case. But that goddamn Rihanna, y'all, I gotta get off subject now. That bitch must got some hell of a pussy. Rihanna must got some of the... This nigga could not miss Rihanna. And if y'all don't even know, 6 months in LA County, 6 months in LA County, if it's more than 15 days, and his attorneys know this, so this nigga knew this, 30 days, he couldn't be away from his girl that long. You do not take a chance with getting 24 years in prison when the judge and the DA is offering you 6 months. I don't care if you're guilty or not, y'all. When they got a case on you and all of this, don't let these lawyers, because they trying to put their kids through school and pay for their secretaries, who they fucking and all of that, paying for them while their wives getting the other money and they, got to juggle all of these bills and stuff. Do not let them convince you to take something to trial, to gamble with your freedom for the 30 months and 30 days in jail when there's a good chance that you facing 24 years of life, y'all. Fuck a felony. What you can't do? Buy a gun? Get your bitch to buy the gun. You stupid motherfuckers. But hey, all right, I'll get back to John's question. But that just shot across my head when I was like, damn, this nigga had a chance to get 30 days in jail and he gambling with 24 years. Can't be right all the time, y'all. Damn, John, did I ever ask you a question? I know your boy be getting off track.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
It was just about Diddy and the indictments.
Yeah, so pretty much, y'all. Hey, y'all know it. Y'all done heard it. Y'all done saw it. Y'all know superseding indictments happen. They coming. It's going to be some more. Courtney Burgess, he's going to jail too. Y'all didn't give that video a chance, but it's going to be big when that nigga get put in handcuffs. Because he's going, because you can't keep lying to the grand jury and think you're going to walk. Because he ain't turned no tapes over. Because that case, that civil case that he filed, would have been dismissed. Peace, first. I'll be back on track tomorrow. I know I got away from the question.
Reggie, did you see this video going around YouTube and social media of, I guess it's Jamie Foxx's kid or something, saying that he's homeless? Did you see this video?
Yeah, like I was saying, I ain't seen my dad in 3 years. He never supported my dream. I always too busy. When I come up with ideas, he never. We went and took pictures at the red carpet. That's my last time seeing him. It been like 3 years, if I can remember. Yeah, my dad don't care nothing about me. He got me out here homeless. Jamie Foxx, does everybody know him? Yeah, he got me out here like real down bad. And then trying to deny me. That's the crazy part.
John, you set me up because I know you're a better researcher than that. I know, John. That motherfucking John just be sitting on the computer, y'all, and be like, he be setting me up. And then he gonna bring the picture of the actor that guy is that he had next to him in the video. He gonna set me up. I'm getting him before John gets me, y'all. The dude that he tricking y'all, putting up like he took a picture with his daddy at the award show, y'all. Y'all don't know what child actor that is? I know who it is, John. So you ain't getting me today, John. So I'll have you put it up. I'll let you put it up on the screen and show y'all what child actor that is that Jamie Foxx took a picture with. And this dude is out there. And what I do is I get mad at YouTube channels that gives this dude the light of day and give people, instead of calling him off with a bullshit, they'd rather get some views and make Jamie Foxx look like a bad dude for not taking care of this kid. And the only reason this kid doing this shit because he heard of what Jay-Z is doing to his alleged kid or whatever, which I believe is Jay-Z kid, y'all. But, that's the only reason this dude is doing this. And everybody crucifying Jamie Foxx with that bullshit. That's disrespectful to his actual two daughters, to Jamie because once you're a man, I know a lot of y'all, unfortunately, fathers abandoned y'all and all of that, but Jamie doesn't seem like the daddy that abandoned his two daughters. And so the fathers that really take care of their kids, that's very offensive to them. And I done seen about 5 YouTube channels that's running with this. And I'm like, how y'all doing this to Jamie? Y'all know. The only thing you have to do is type in that person whose picture it is, and that's a child actor. And it'll come up. That ain't that dude that's somebody living in a house, in his car and all of that, and Jamie won't meet with him, and the last time he saw him was here. So they'll show you right there he lying. He putting up a picture of another person talking about this is the last time that he saw him. That's wrong, YouTube channels. I keep telling y'all, that's one thing John don't let me do over here is shit for views. Cause I'll be like, man, I can say this, John. And you know how they love shit, anything about gay or sex and all of that. John be like, well, did that happen? And I'll be like, no. He said, then well, we can't put that up over here. So I'm just trying to tell y'all, YouTube channels, y'all gotta get the integrity like that to not be just putting up anything for views, y'all. And y'all gotta start calling out channels that does that. Cause all those channels that's doing that, shout out to my boys over there at Hip Hop Daily News or something. I forget the name of their channel. And I watch them every day. And I don't know why they don't get that many views, but damn, they do a good job of breaking shit down. But anyway, shout out to them. They the only channel that I heard that said this dude is lying and why is he doing that to Jamie? So that what made me go and research. And then I found this particular picture and I was like, John trying to set me up when I heard he was going to ask that question to me. I said, but I'm going to switch this question on him because we ain't going to be that YouTube channel over here. And so I knew John was setting your boy up. So anyway, shout out to Jamie Foxx. I know I accused him of tiring of being more than friends, Tyron Turner. But shout out. I still love what Jamie doing. And he's also gave me some motivation. Y'all haven't got a chance to go watch his show because Jamie was fucked up like I am fucked up. And he's back. So that gave me motivation to see that, Reg, keep going to therapy, keep doing what you're doing because you'll be back. So that would be my take for that, John. Motherfucker's a liar. Dude is lying. And he needs to be canceled. And everybody that's running with that, they need to donate that money that they made to some cause that's Jamie Foxx is behind. Peace.
Okay, I was watching this clip from T.I.'s podcast where he had Goodie Mob on, and they told the story about Tupac when he was staying in Atlanta, that he told the girl who told them that he wanted to join their group, and that the girl gave them Tupac's address in jail, and they were right about to talk to him or to work with him or whatever, and Suge all of a sudden came and bailed out Tupac. I know Goodie Mob was around Can-Am a little bit. There's footage of that online. But I wanted to get your thoughts on them stating that Tupac wanted to join their group, and if you had ever heard that before by any chance.
So I'm kind of, John, I saw that clip, and I was confused as a motherfucker, right? I'm confused with you explaining it to me because it appeared to me like they were saying Tupac was staying in Atlanta. And it was like a week or two, and he played Hit 'Em Up. Now, I know the Hit 'Em Up part will happen at Can-Am because you got footage. You put footage up there before. I know we pulled it down, but I know it's footage out there when the Goodie Mob was at the studio and he played Hit 'Em Up for him. But the way it goes is like it had to be pre him being in prison. And you even said in your opening when he was staying in Atlanta. And so I'm like, Tupac only went to Atlanta while he was on death row. I think that was in like, it was Cooper that went with him. So no, it was like when he first got out of prison. So it would have been like November, I think it was. November when he first got out of jail in 95. And so I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? On death row and Suge and the young lady with the, gave him the address to where he's in prison. So the story was all over the place to me. Or maybe I was just listening to it at a bad time. I'm sure John will correct everything that I'm saying that I'm accusing him of. But the way I understood it and where I heard the video, the times were all over the place. I can assure you, Tupac Shakur wasn't number one, wanting to be a member of any group after All Eyes on Me came out in February. That don't even make sense. Because he had the Outlaws going on there. And with Big Psych in now. And he was doing his thing. And to say he wanted to be in the group Goodie Mob, I mean, if we're talking about pre-prison, then I can't say. Y'all know I don't even try to speak on too much of anything that Tupac did prior to October of 1995. Well, I may go back a little bit as far as when Suge was going up there visiting June of 95. Any stories past that is just like what I heard. Just like what y'all heard. It's come from YouTube or interviews or stuff like that. So, I mean, I know they were being respectful. I know Tupac liked Goodie Mob. I even like, that dude that he did, from the video shoot. I mean, with the, over there on Art the Gaylog channel. I even like, him on the, how he came across. But I kind of confused from that clip. Maybe y'all can explain it. I know John probably explained it to me better. But the timelines were all off. And when timelines get off like that, it's generally a lie, y'all. But John, correct me, and then I'll respond, because I know I must have even fucked up my comprehension on things that you said.
I mean, what you said is pretty accurate. It was confusing to me too, because they talked about how, they met Tupac when Tupac was staying in Atlanta, and then they said the girl told him that he wanted to join the group and gave them the address to write him in prison, and that, I guess they talked to him while he was in prison, but then he got bailed out by Suge. So it was kind of all over the place, but they stood by the fact that they were adamant that he wanted to join that group, which was surprising to me.
Yeah, for him to want, after his experience with Digital Underground, and I don't know, but if they got the timelines mixed up, if they talking about while he had, what was the dramacidal or thug life going on and all of that, then he wanted to jump in another group just to help them out. Because I know he was a big Outkast fan. I know that. He liked Outkast, and I know Outkast had relationships with Goodie Mob. I don't know. And we all know Tupac get up on the dudes when he go to their areas, like when he in Marine City or Oakland, or when he was, when he came to Death Row and the mob guys, and when he was in New York and all of that, and maybe that he was in Atlanta. But it was just the timelines. Hey, y'all listen to it. Y'all take the video from what it's worth, what it's said, and then we'll debate it in the comment section. But timelines was just off from my comprehension. And now I'm even glad to hear that John co-signing what I'm saying as far as his comprehension. So, something to check out, just to know. A lot of people make up shit. And then, like I fuck up shit. A lot of things on timelines get off, but those some big fuck ups on no timelines, y'all. Would y'all agree? Y'all tell us.
Okay, Reggie, last week, news broke in regards to DJ Akademiks and some inappropriate behavior he had on a live stream. Some are calling it grooming. Some are saying it's not that serious. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it and what you felt it actually was, and if you feel like the backlash for him is warranted.
Yeah, DJ Akademiks. You know, DJ Akademiks, I've got to stop. Because I used to, y'all know, a lot of times I talk highly of DJ Akademiks and this channel and all of that. Just like I did my boy, big homie, CC. And when guys are just cool and say cool things about Reggie and Bomb First, y'all gonna teach me to stop saying, "Oh, they are a great channel. They are good people," and all of that. Because those are two people that I co-signed a lot, and I really didn't have any relationship with. And so his situation taught me that. Like, damn, because I used to be like a fan of what he was doing over there. But for him to get on that live stream and to be talking like that to that young man, I mean, is that clout going bad or what? Sometimes you be so high or doing things, y'all, where you just say shit and the truth come out. I remember the clowns that used to hate what Reggie Wright was saying. Used to always like, let him keep talking. Let him keep talking. This shit gonna come out. He gonna tell on himself. Well, I've been doing this shit now with John. Not as often. Matter of fact, our 3-year anniversary of doing stuff on camera daily is coming up in about another month or two. But have I said anything, y'all? Because I'll just speak our truth and let it come out, right? What have done been exposed or where I done fucked up has came out. It's just my truth. But I think DJ Akademiks, because he had an accusation like that before, but I think it was with a young girl. I think he's let his truth out. And that's what he's about, y'all. And so people like that, y'all know my thing about pedophiles and people that got sexual addictions and all of that. I have no love for. I'll be honest, I don't know why. I don't know why I hate them more than murderers and I'm sorry, because those are who I hate. But murderers and burglars and robbers, I hate them more. I mean, even probably more than people that beat up on, beating on kids and old people might be neck to neck if I'm keeping it real. But people like that, man, they got to be counseled, and we shouldn't be having our kids be influenced by them. And I'm not calling for his channel to be canceled, but I'm calling for y'all to know what the fuck y'all dealing with. And people that's bringing them on their platforms, like my boy Vlad and all of them, if y'all bring them back on your platform, even Wack bringing them on Clubhouse and stuff like that or whatever, or Adam 22, and y'all don't call them out and ask them about that shit, I ain't supporting none of you motherfuckers no more. So when y'all like to bring DJ Akademiks on y'all channel and y'all don't call him and make him explain this shit right and call him out and tell him how wrong he is for this, and that nigga don't go get no fucking professional help, counseling is not enough. We go and listen to Hassan Campbell and we listen to Snitch Joke and all of them niggas that got on the stand and testify. And after a while, that shit just blows over. And we forget about it. And then new people come and start hearing about it. And then don't know their histories and all of that. So we got to exploit people like that. And when they show you their true colors and they show what they did and what they're about. You know, even Adam 22. Adam 22 I like because he give young black guys that probably wouldn't have an opportunity a shot. I like that. But he's secretly pushing gay agenda on all of us. And enough people don't speak about it. At least 3 times a week on his episodes, he's talking about touching another man or their booty holes. And so that's called grooming us. That's getting us to get accepted. That's like all the TV shows right now. How Hollywood did us. It's happening on YouTube. Y'all tell me a TV show that don't have a gay character in it. I did a segment. I remember we did a live stream one time, and I think we was only able to find 1 or maybe 2 shows as a community, as a Ball First community, that there wasn't a gay person on the TV show. And so that's what's starting to happen on YouTube now. And so now we accept it. I accept it. I used to hate gays more than I hated anything. Now I changed my tune to saying, well, I just hate guys on the DL. Y'all done got me to change to saying I ain't got no problem with gays no more. But I got problems with DLs. People that are not admitting it, that are hiding it, that's in the closet about it. All I'm saying is, if we keep allowing it, keep letting it go on YouTube and all of this, then we're going to be just as guilty as Hollywood. All these people, these platforms that do YouTube stuff daily. Think about it. We got to call people out for the bullshit, y'all. But I know I'm going to be hated. Just going to get reaction from people talking shit about Reggie and Ball First, but somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say it. Sorry for those that are offended, but if you're offended, that means you're out of the closet. And I'm not offending you anymore. I'm offending the ones that's pushing the agendas, but 2, and more importantly, that's hiding it. What you do in your bedroom, it's your business. Y'all ever heard me talk about what me and my wife did last night or didn't do or whatever? It's none of our business. Something that not need to be talked about. Do you know what your mama and daddy did last night? You don't even want to think about how y'all came here, how y'all were conceived. And so that's how I feel it should be with the gay. Even though I do watch Angela Yee's show. Y'all ever watch that show with her, talking with her 4 or 5 homegirls? God damn. Whew. So I guess I am a little hypocritical. Because I love hearing those girls talk about what they be doing and how they like it. My wife gonna get me for that. But peace, Ball First.
Okay, Reggie, I've seen some comments where people are asking about James and how he's doing and if you guys are still good. So I have him on the phone because I want to ask him something in regards to the Keefe D thing, but he's on the phone now if you want to say what's up.
What up, Big J?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, John surprised me. I didn't know he was gonna call you today, but that's good. I'm glad to hear from you, brother.
All the time. What's going on with you?
So James, I wanted to ask you this. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask you this because when Keefe D filed his motion to have his case dismissed, they included like all these interviews that he did with police or whatever, and one that he did in 1998 mentions you, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. And he said that, quote, concerning the current drug organization run by Reggie Wright Jr., one of the distribution locations is Untouchable Auto Shop located at Alondra in Washington and Compton. The shop is owned by Melvin Hurd. Hurd, G-Ray, and Jim distribute cocaine from the shop. Individuals who work for Reggie Wright Jr. assisting in the distribution of cocaine include Mob James, a member of Mob's Street Pyro, Flip, Bump Tree, and Trayvon Lane, and Kevin Woods. So having heard that he said that about you, I just wanted to get your thoughts.
Well, but number one, everybody on this planet knows I was a gangbanger. I wasn't a drug dealer. Part of dealing drugs with Reggie or anybody else. I ain't never had a crime, none of that shit. So the problem is these guys trying to find their way or figure their way out of some bullshit. You know, and Reggie Wright, Reggie Sr. and Jr. has took a lot of bullshit from a lot of people. I've been knowing them all my life. I ain't never seen that part, and I ain't just speaking for Reg. I'm talking about street shit. So, you know, these guys is ridiculous, man. Keefe D is ridiculous. He ain't know me for no drug shit. I ain't know Keefe D until my daughter mama. You feel me? And I ain't never seen that nigga sell shit. I ain't never seen that nigga gangbang. So I don't know what the fuck he talking about. That's the dumbest shit. Make you want to laugh. I mean, you know, fuck it. If your mama sits next to you, slap the shit out of her because that nigga's stupid. Never.
Yeah, and this was said, James, I hope you caught it. This was said in 1998. He said all of this to the police in 1998.
I don't know where that shit came from.
Yeah. Now, Flip, I know, unfortunately, I know all the players whose names he meant. But we didn't fuck with Flip. Okay. But Flip had that barbershop. I mean, that shop that FG, I think, ended up saying he had owned at one time. That barbershop over there on Harris and Compton. Melvin Horde, rest in peace to Melvin. He just died about 6 or 8 months ago. I think he had a heart attack at his shop. But I have talked about Untouchables. Untouchables is the shop that I told y'all where Trayvon Lane took up and found the All Eyes on Me tape, with the DJ Quick situation. For any of y'all have never heard that story. But Keefe D, I tell you, Keefe D named every player that had a little bit of stuff going on in '98, and now they pretty much like they all were working for me in Compton.
Well, don't put me in the mix, though, because
you know why he do yours because of your girl. You know, your girl and his baby mama were tight, and so.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
And Pam used to put his cars and shit in her name, and he would give her the money to pay the notes and shit on it. Other than that, man, I have never, all these dudes be running their mouth. I have never dealt with, especially in them days, Reg.
You wasn't a drug dealer. Nobody knew you was not into drugs. That was not what you did. Yeah.
Right, but and what I'm saying is everybody knew. Then I was a motherfucking gang member. I wasn't hanging with niggas or believe that we can coexist together, just kicking it like that. I had a few, like the ones I grew up with, but I ain't never kicked it with Keefe D. We ain't never hit a block, ran into each other. Only when I went on California Street to pick up my daughter.
Yeah.
And on everything I love. A lot of those guys got passes as well as they gave me a pass picking my daughter up, and they was across the street.
And when you saying that, he's saying mob dude over in the Southside Crip area is what he's saying about that.
Yeah, we been over there. They could have blasted on me. But Hawk and all of them other cats over there, man, I ain't never had a problem with them. Yeah. I ain't never dealt with a Keefe D. Keefe D don't know shit about me. But what Pam done said.
Yeah.
So far as all that, and Keefe D hear a story. The majority of the guys on the block hear a story. They run with the story. Now they implement put himself in the motherfucking story as if he's that nigga. Kill me with that bullshit. We ain't never ran across each other. Whatever guys had going on, it damn sure didn't have nothing to do with a Reggie Wright Jr. or
Exactly.
Senior, because that would have played a part in all of our bullshit.
Yeah.
Reggie Wright didn't come until Suge inquired him.
Now,
All
in
I know about Reggie
fairness,
Wright-
wait a minute, let me clear that up. In fairness, I had came around in 95, and so that's why he had his disdain to bring me into the bullshit, because by 98, the FBI and all of them were investigating Reggie Wright Jr. because they felt that he had something to do with the murder of Biggie Small. And so, for the retaliation of what happened to Tupac. And so that's why Reggie Wright Jr. name was even brought up into that bullshit. And Keefe D at that time, he laid out every major drug dealer from Tootie Reese to Big Honcho to, he put in there, he named every one of them. We gonna post a document.
And they talk about Miles James.
Oh,
Man,
Keefe D
all these
is the
motherfuckers fuck
biggest
off my
rat.
face.
Keefe D is now known as the biggest rat in LA County history. I can't think. He's up there with, on the drug snitching thing, he's bigger than Sammy the Bull is with murder. I mean, the names that he brought up in 1998, I don't see how Keefe D could ever walk the streets again. I really don't, because
Well,
he
for number
mentioned.
one, he's an old man. He shouldn't be wanting to walk the street. He's upper in age, and but a lot of us don't get it, Reg. Keefe D wouldn't be in this goddamn mess he in right now if he wouldn't have got on here accepting that $4,000-$5,000 and thinking it's all good.
Yeah.
All money ain't good money, like I tell these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So, these guys, he put himself in this situation. Now he want to drag other motherfuckers into his bullshit. That's saying, if I go down, everybody going down with me. That's Nino Brown.
Yeah, but you know what, James? In fairness, we thought he just did this shit after him and his family got caught up. It was just in him, dog. He was doing this before. He was already sitting in jail, caught up. And he throwing out all of these names. It was just in him.
Right.
That's why it was so easy for them to go to him in 2008, because they knew his history already.
Basically, yeah.
And
Right.
that nigga, man, it was just in him. If you wear a G-string or a thong all the time, and you hide it,
Well, his downfall was getting caught with the drugs, and then dealing with Greg Katie and them, and then agreeing to talk freely. I think it's a flip side to that, because a lot of his people got off because he did what he did. A lot of that shit went away, and people were still on the street because of it. But the downfall is
that was his excuse.
yeah.
But hey, James, if that's a valid point, what you just said, why they don't fuck with him today? His brother, his sister.
No. Well, they don't fuck with him because of other reasons. And, technically that's their business, Reg. I ain't gonna speak on this shit. But he had a lot of shit going on and said a lot of shit. So he get out of that to get put in this bag. You feel me? So that dude, he got to speaking on people that are dead. I look at it that he took the ticket and ran with it.
Yeah.
Okay, the majority, a couple of them was gone.
Well, if he would have
So
took the ticket, and ran with it, the ticket that ran with it would have given them what they wanted. They wanted Biggie Small. He gave them Tupac. So.
Well, because he didn't know shit about Biggie Small.
Exactly, but that's the ticket.
That's the thing.
When you said words like the ticket and run with it, I got to correct it, because people want to believe and make the narrative like it's a lie, and he just tell them the lie. So, for whatever reason, the lie that they wanted, if they wanted a lie, would have been the Biggie Small murder. That's the murder that they wanted. He knew nothing about it, to your point, and he had to tell them the truth about what happened on Tupac.
Well, he rather fuck with this side than the other side from where he from. and he didn't want to just go straight in on that because the tables is different, and he had to give them straight facts. So let me tell y'all about Tupac. I know Tupac shit. So this is when he started throwing all these other people in the situation. Come on, man, you wasn't doing it like that. And like right now today, all these people are talking about the Tupac murder and Reggie Wright had something. If Reggie Wright got something to do with it, they ain't pointed out not one gang member.
Exactly.
They ain't pointed out no key facts of who killed Tupac but Orlando. And that shit ain't went away yet. So
And Reggie Wright ain't stupid enough to be talking about this shit every day like he does if he had anything to do with Biggie Small or Tupac. That's what Reggie Wright knows.
Reggie Wright had to sit at the round table and sit there and talk about which motherfuckers want bragging rights on and speak on shit now that gets back. Ain't none of that shit happen.
Yeah.
So everybody gonna continue to say this, that, or the other about who killed Tupac, who killed Biggie. You feel me? They don't want to hear what really happened.
Yeah.
Fuck what really happened because everybody is making money off this bullshit for years. It don't go away, bro.
Yeah.
It don't go away. So if everybody did like me, Keefe D case, what Keefe D got going on, first thing I heard when he went to jail, Bob James gonna be a witness. Man, leave me alone with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that brother.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with that brother. I wouldn't give a fuck what police, what agency, what. I wouldn't give a fuck. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
As I've said. So it won't go away. All these dudes need to do is let this shit go. These men are dead. These men are dead. My brother is dead. All of these Harrons, Vincent, all these brothers are gone. These niggas still don't want to quit. And the cold thing about it is, it's motherfuckers that probably was 9, 8 years old when Tupac died. Still running their motherfucking mouth.
Yeah.
That shit over with.
Exactly.
Live your life and move on. But it is what it is, Reg. So at the end of the day, everybody needs to stop throwing you up under the motherfucking bus, trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
Can I honestly say Reggie was an asshole when he was a police officer? Hell yeah. You post some of my homeboys. Took them to jail. Bust their goddamn nose. I know y'all gonna edit that part. But all that other bullshit, they can dismiss me with it.
Yeah.
They can dismiss me. You and I being good, we gonna always be good.
Exactly.
I just felt that I need to take a break from the dumb shit because it's not putting shit on my plate. I'm sitting here, I wouldn't give a fuck if I'm broke. I've been there before.
Yeah.
Don't matter. And you know of all people, Reg, I done borrowed from you like big time. Vlad, big time. But I'm hanging in there. I'm good. I'm good. But I'd rather be this way than that way. So I'm cool, bro.
And like I always tell you, you don't borrow from Reggie Wright. Reggie Wright gives. So you ain't never got to ask me for no loan. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So, I mean, for everybody out there, me and Reg, me, John, we good.
Oh, yeah. They know that. They just want to hear from you. They haven't heard from you in a minute. So that's all.
All the time. And you know what? I got a lot of shit to talk about. But, trying to do this shit on my own and what you call them, I'm a dumb motherfucker when it comes to this podcast shit. It's a little rough, but I want to do it on my own. So I'm trying to get the right people that know shit. I don't want to come and ask Reg. I don't want to ask John. My boy from what you call him. I'm cool, man.
Well, cool, man. Doors always open. You know as well as anybody that Reg give his advice, and if Reg don't know, he get John on the phone immediately. So there's I can think about 10 YouTube channels out there that Reg and John has helped get started. So why in the hell we can't help Bob James or James McDonald?
Oh, no, I'm good. Yeah, if I really need you, I'm going to call you.
Exactly.
When I call, I really need. But, man, You and John been a blessing. Vlad been a blessing. I don't need shit else, man. I'm good, Reg. I'm good. I'm not content. I'm happy as fuck. How I'm living and just, taking care of my grandson. So, man, I keep a pistol in my pocket every day. So I wish a motherfucker would disturb my peace.
Well, let me tell you something. I need to give you some advice. You better get a motherfucking assault weapon in your pocket instead of a pistol, because only John Wayne carried pistols. Peace, bumpers.
Well, you might as well call me John Wayne, because I'm gonna do what I do and come home. I ain't running. I ain't doing none of that shit. And I just really got tired of people running their fucking mouth and me deciding whether I should go here or there. Who's first type of shit. Ain't nobody first, ain't nobody last. My grandson oversees all of these people that I don't like. Now, if I was Mob James, I didn't have my grandson, man, I got a game plan. Let's roll.
Yep.
And I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But I'm not going to prison for the rest of my life for no one nigga. I got to get at least 3.
So you're going to go out, man. Going to go out with a bang, huh? That's what, what, I'll be honest, that's what I said too, though. I said, if I ever have to go out, boy, it's going to be a whole lot of motherfuckers. Hey, man, watch out. And I can
think I'm doing so much. I'm doing so much with Lionel. I'm teaching him so much. The dude is respectful. Everything I was, he's not.
He's not. Okay.
Everything I wasn't, he is. At 9 years old now. You know what I'm saying? I got 7.5 years in with him, taking care of him. I'm responsible.
Yeah.
And I feel good by being responsible. None of this street shit matters to me.
It don't matter.
Fuck my James. For any nigga out there that said, I'll say it first. Fuck my James. Fuck that nigga.
Like you always said, the only person that can kill Mob James is James McDonald. Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
Me, period. You know what I'm saying? And, I got a lot of homies. Half of them ain't gonna say nothing, and I ain't gonna say their name. But they call when it goes, big homie, you don't have to whoop, 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 whoop. Man, shit, you doing good. Okay, I got you. Good looking.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no names. I talk to people. And it's G niggas out there that, I fuck with.
One reason, huh? Yeah.
Reg, they don't understand that 2002, when Bunchy was killed, I was done. I don't want to hurt no power rules. I don't want to go against the grain.
You need to stop that. You need to stop that. I done heard stories of you in that motorcycle club I call gang. You get mad when I say motorcycle gang, but that motorcycle club, I'll say that. Where you was picking up niggas, throwing them on pool tables and shit. Stop it. Stop putting that halo on. Stop putting that halo on James' head.
You can't throw me under the bus, because yes, I did that. When I was a chosen few, I was a chosen few for real. Like when I was gang banging, I was a gang member for real. So when I got on my motherfucking motorcycle and went to different shit, if a motherfucker didn't understand me, I'm gonna get your mind right. And you can ask anybody on the bike set, especially Las Vegas, was Big J with it.
Yeah.
And all these niggas talking about this, that, and the other, they better ask somebody. I didn't play no game.
I know.
I didn't play no games. And the bike said, really, lucky I got Lionel.
Yeah.
I dropped everything for him.
Yeah.
They lucky, or else I'd have still been on that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But, man, I enjoy talking to y'all, brother. And
I gotta agitate you. I don't feel right if I ain't agitating James.